Today, we're going to answer two. I get the sense that if I don't play small, I'll be fired. What should I do? I have a lot of opinions on this one, but also some helpful tips. And I'm expected to drive huge results and then told to stay in my lane. How do I even do this? And we are uniquely broken. And I want everyone to understand that we all feel like this inside. I was fired for not playing small. I have zero regrets over it. You already know the right answer. It just seems scary or hard. We're socialized that we're responsible for other people's comfort. And that can sort of get twisted in our minds to believe that we can control how other people see us and how other people feel about us. We're trying to pretzel ourselves into a shape that will fit a situation that we've outgrown. And we start picking ourselves apart and we start thinking, oh, well, if I would just kept my mouth shut there, or if I just let them make that mistake, or if I hadn't added in my brilliance, then maybe I wouldn't have been threatening. If you knew you would make the wrong decision, no matter what you did, what would you do? If you knew it was going to suck either way, like that's a really quick way of understanding what you really want and like getting that part of you to speak up. My dream scenario is exactly the one that I have right now. Like I'm doing something that feels really meaningful to me, that I never have to make myself smaller or dull my sparkle. Your reasons for staying, they're not very good reasons with time. I'm expected to drive huge results and then told to stay in my lane. Like, how do you reconcile these two things? I broke a lot of glass this way because I thought the outcome was more important than the longer term relationships with the people. With our socialization, what's going on? So we're looking for validation externally. We're looking externally for the answer. Am I worthy? Am I doing it right? Am I successful? Am I valuable? Am I appreciated? Mistakes that we make are seen as character flaws, whereas someone in a majority group, that's going to be seen as character building, right? We might not get a second chance to make this mistake. We grow up with this belief that we can actually control how other people feel about us and what they feel in our presence, right? Which we just can't. And of course, we overstep when it feels like our success is in someone else's hands. We're so conditioned to seek our validation cookies that we don't celebrate any of our actual wins, the things that are within our control. If you find yourself overstepping all the time, it's because you think that your validation cookies are in somebody else's lane. Find the way to like get your cookies and understand your value and your worth on the things that you can control. You'll also be a lot happier if you're like, these are the things that are within my control that I know make me really amazing at my job. And then every day that I hit those, I remind myself how freaking good I am at this job. Don't let your value come from something that's outside of your control, because it's going to lead to so much anxiety and so much interpersonal issues. Those two things can happen. My work can be not recognized and I can still celebrate my successes. This thing that I think is terrible can happen and I can still be really good at what I do. So those are my tips to stay in your lane.